Hi guys, it's me, Terry of the Yarn Joy podcast. Happy New Year 2020. Wow. Okay, so in today's video, I want to share with you my crafty goals for the year 2020. Okay, so crafty goal number one is yarn. I would like to work down my yarn stash. Here in my craft room, I have several areas that I have yarn stored. Some that you can see, like back there, and then I have some that are off camera, different areas. And so what I did is I took a picture of 5 different places that I have yarn here in my craft room, and just as a visual record for me and for you to hold me accountable, I'm going to put those pictures in here, and like I said, there's 5 of them, so you can kind of see what I'm going to be working with. So that is pretty much the majority of my yarn, unless I have a works in progress bag that I've got yarn that's dedicated to that project that is in those bags. But besides that, this is what I've got. So I think what I'll do is in June, I'll do a review of how I'm doing on my goals, and I will take new pictures and see if I can tell any difference in my yarn stash. And then, like I said, at the end of the year, I will review and take more pictures and see if I succeeded in meeting that goal, or at least working on it. So I don't want to put any specific goals as far as how many pounds of yarn, or how many yards, or anything like that. Just thinking about that stresses me out. But I was thinking, I'll just have a visual picture of my yarn and let it go at that. And I should be able to, hopefully, I'll be able to tell the difference. I hope. Okay, so going on, my crafty goal number 2 has to do with patterns. Okay, so under the heading of patterns, I again have my Stitch Your Library project. Last year I put that I wanted to, or I had stated that I wanted to do at least 8 projects using patterns from old, not well old or older, patterns that have been in my Stitch library for a long time, in books that I have, or in magazines, or things that I printed off the internet, also patterns that I've bookmarked and saved on my laptop or on my phone or whatever. You get the idea. Okay, so this year I want to continue doing that. What I decided to do is just set a goal at 5 patterns from magazines or pattern books that I have in my yarn or Stitch library, and also 5 patterns that are downloads that I have saved on my computer, because I have lots of patterns on there as well. So that is my goal. If I surpass it, that's wonderful. I did surpass it a little bit last year, so I'm gonna leave it at that, and hopefully I'll even do more than that. Okay, so also under patterns, the only other thing I have in my book is that I've written down is pattern design. I still want to have that in there just so I can see it, remind me that I do want to start designing patterns. I don't know if I'll do it. I hope I will. I hope some thought will inspire me, or come to my mind of something that I can design. So I'm going to put it out there that I do want to do some sort of pattern design for this year. Okay, goal number 3 is charity. I love doing things for charity, and so the first thing I put on my list is, again, I want to continue doing the preemie character hats for the Halloween hat drive for the area hospital NICU that I've been donating to. This will be the 4th year I think. Yeah, the 4th year that I've participated in that, and I enjoy it so much, and so I'm going to continue doing that. I set my goal the same as far as making sure that I get at least 3 hats done per month. If I do it from January to October, that would give me 30 hats. So I will try to do even more than that. Maybe I can get 4 done per month or something sometimes, but I didn't want to overstress, and so I still kept it at 30, but if I do more, that's awesome. Okay, so number 2 under charity also is here on YouTube. There is a YouTube channel by the name of Tabitha's Treasures, and that is Dana. Well, Dana originated it, and then now her best friend Sylvia has taken over kind of the organization part of it, since Dana has so many health problems that sometimes get in the way of getting things organized to do. I have been talking to Sylvia and a little bit to Dana, but to Sylvia about, because they are local to my city, and so I had mentioned to her before that I would like to help out by making shawls or lap gowns or different things, because she donates in the name of Tabitha's Treasures. They donate to some area nursing homes and provides hats and scarves and things that are distributed through their church, and I had told her before that I was wanting to participate in that and to help them out by making a few shawls and lap gowns and different things. And so I never got around to it last year. I felt really bad about it, so I definitely put that as one of the goals that I wanted to meet for this year. I didn't put a number on it, but I do want to do some charitable items that I can give to them through Tabitha's Treasures, and so I want to participate in that. Okay, so crafty goal number 4 is Christmas. Okay, so under Christmas, I just put 2 different items. Now, I still want to work on Christmas gifts. Not last year, but 2018, I was real good about having a list, and I got quite a few Christmas items done throughout the year. And so at the end, when it got into the Christmas season at the end of the year, it wasn't quite so stressful because I had a lot of gifts done ahead of time. Well, I should have done that for 2019, but for some reason I had a hard time coming up with the items that I wanted to make for people. And so I did do a few that I worked on, like the deer blanket. I did work on that quite a bit throughout the year, on and off. But besides that, I really didn't do a whole lot of planning ahead for Christmas gifts. And so I'm going to put that back on my goals list, that I want to try to remember to do that, because it was very stressful this year as far as trying to get things finished. In fact, I did not get all the items for Christmas that I wanted to get finished, I did not get finished. So I want to make sure that I try a little bit harder throughout the year, earlier part of the year, so it's not quite so stressful during Christmas time. Okay, so, and the only other thing under that I have for Christmas is Christmas decor, and so this is what I was wanting to show you. Now, I've received this through Amazon. I get Amazon credits through different apps that I use. In particular, the one I did that I got some Amazon credits from was Shopkicks, and I can put a link down below where you can check that out if you want. But anyway, I was able to earn a gift card to Amazon, and so I cashed it in, and my husband and I kind of put things in the cart to use that gift card for things that we were wanting kind of for each other, not for each other, but for ourselves, you know, as Christmas from each other, whatever. Anyway, I got this set, this Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer cartoon. I remember it when it was a child. It was like my favorite Christmas cartoon, even though I was afraid of this guy right there. I don't know if you, a glare, maybe a glare. Anyway, this guy. I was so afraid of him when I was a little girl, but I loved the show. And so when I saw this set, I thought I just had to get it. Now in here, it is a kit, and there is yarn in here, and it's enough to make I believe Rudolph and Santa, and that's all. And it is quite small yarn. I think it's maybe a DK weight yarn. I was thinking it was smaller than that, but now that I look at it, I think it's DK weight, which I may do that, I don't know, but the reason being is the booklet here has there's 12 patterns in here for 12 different characters. In fact, I can show you, they have them on the end of the box. So they have these 6 characters right there, all from the cartoon. Okay, and then they also have these 6 right there. And so I would like to make the whole set and have it as a Christmas decor items for next year to put in my house, because I loved it. Just reminded me of my childhood. And so I know that I have a whole lot more colors in worsted weight than I do in DK. And then, so I may do all of them, but do them in worsted weight because I have so much more worsted weight. Though it depends. I don't want them to be huge, but it depends on how big they turn out. So if anybody has done the characters from this set, comment down below if you can let me know how big they turn out. If they turn out like, 6, 8 inches tall, or are they like really small, or what? And I appreciate it if you let me know. Okay, so that is a goal, is to work through those patterns and do those characters. There's 12 of them, so why don't I just have a goal of doing 1 per month, and then by December I'll have the set. So we'll see how that goes. I think that's a pretty good goal. Okay, so that is what I have under Christmas. Okay, goal number 5 is record keeping. Okay, so last year I kept track of my patterns. I showed that in my 2019 review video. I kept track of my projects in this bag. Oop, there goes a sticker sheet. In this book. And all I kept track of was the pattern, where I found the pattern, and the hook size. Worked out really well, and so I want to continue with that. Okay, so I put a little sticky tab up here at the top showing that this is where 2020 starts, because I have more room in my book. And so that's one thing I want to continue doing, is the projects that I do, where to find the pattern and the hook size. And then I was thinking I might expand that just a little bit. Don't want to stress myself out, but expand it just a little bit, and maybe put the date, like when I start the project, and then the date when I end the project. Because a lot of times people will ask me, how long did it take you to make that? Do you have people ask you that? I have people ask me that all the time, which is a difficult question since I have several projects going at one time. So it's hard for me to say, oh, it took me, 2 days or whatever. So it's not really, even if I did put the beginning and end date, it really wouldn't tell me. But I was thinking, as far as how long, because like I said, I work on so many projects at once, so it takes me longer. But it might give me an idea, oh, I started this project in January. I should have it done by now, if I let a whip get away from me. So I think I'm going to do that, is put a start date and end date on there, when I started and when I finished. Okay. Besides that, I don't think that I'll get any more detailed than that, as far as what yarn I used or anything like that. I don't think so. Because, like I said, I don't want it to be too stressful. Okay. And then another thing that I've been doing, and I just want to show you a notebook, is I got just a very cheap address book. It was blank like this, and it just says telephone address book in the front. I think it cost me $2. I think I got it at like Dollar General or something like that. I liked the color. And now these stickers, I had to prettify it, but these stickers were given to me, I believe, by Terri, and it's the puffy stickers. And so I didn't want to put them in a notebook in the pages, because it makes it too bulky. But I decided to put them and kind of decorate the outside of my notebook. Okay, so this is just an address book, and what I've been doing is I've been trying to keep track of any happy mail that is sent to me, cards, packages, whatever, and put the people's names and addresses in my little book, so that way when I want to send some happy mail or just a card to, you know, thank you card or Christmas card or whatever kind of card or happy mail package, whatever, I will have the ones that have thought of me to send me a card and other things that I can reciprocate back to them, so I can keep track of their addresses. And so that's also what I've been keeping track of. Okay, and I want to continue doing that. Okay, and then one more thing for my goal, one more goal, and then that's it, is for my channel. The only thing I have goals as far as my channels is I would like to do some more tutorials this year, and tutorials / crochet alongs, I guess. One of the first crochet alongs, or well, I guess the first crochet along I will be doing is that blanket right back there. That is the Squares and Rectangles blanket by Red Heart, and I am going to be doing a tutorial and crochet along because I have had several people that said they would want to do that along with me, and so I'm going to get started with that. I haven't set a date on it yet as far as to start. I think maybe, I don't know if it'll be the end of this month or it'll be in February. Let things kind of settle down after the holidays. So I'm thinking I might wait until February, but we'll see. I'll let you know. So to do stuff like that, especially having to do with scrap projects, for, you know, scraps or, you know, open skeins or single skeins, stuff like that, to help us work on our stash. So that's all I have for my crafty goals for 2020. I hope maybe that will kind of inspire you to set a few goals for yourself. Don't let it stress you out. And don't beat yourself up if you set a goal and it's, you know, too hard to attain, or you feel like you can't attain it, then you know, just be easy on yourself. I feel like crafting is supposed to be a stress-free zone as much as possible. I mean, that's what we do it for, right? Is for stress relief, because we love it. And other things, you know. But for me, that's why I do this, because I love yarn and I love to crochet and I love you guys, and I just really want to keep it a stress-free, relaxing zone as much as I can. And so I try to be gentle with myself as far as setting goals. I like to do goals, so then that way you can see, oh, look what I did this year. I did pretty good. So that's why I set them. So I encourage you to set a few goals or intentions or whatever you want to call them, just to have something to aim for, not to judge yourself or anything. And so that's what I did. So comment below if you don't make videos here on YouTube. Comment below or over on the my Facebook group, Yarn Joy Podcast, and let me know what goals you have set for yourself, or even if they're just kind of goals. And if you have a YouTube channel, then feel free to make a video and let us all know what your intentions and goals are for this year. Okay guys, see you in the next video. It'll be tomorrow for episode number 133, I think, and first one of the year. So see you in the next video, guys. Bye.